Welcome to your AI Daily Digests, where we break down the biggest stories shaking up the world of artificial intelligence. Let's get right into it. So, let's kick things off with a real head-scratcher. A brand new AI model just dropped that can code circles around almost anything else out there, but the very people who should be most excited are calling it a total dud. How does that even happen? Our top story today is what I'm calling the Minimax paradox. It's all about a new model, the Minimax M2.7, and it represents a massive leap forward for so-called open models. But here's the kicker. That word open comes with some serious strings attached. And here's the entire conflict in a nutshell. On one side, you have this powerhouse model that can go toe-to-toe with the biggest names on really tough coding challenges. But on the other side, you have a license that says you can't use it for any commercial project unless you get a permission slip from the company first. And let's be clear about the kind of power we're talking about. This number, 56.22%, that's its score on the SWE Pro benchmark. That's an absolutely brutal test of real-world coding skills. A score like that puts it in the big leagues, right up there with the best of the best. This is a monumental achievement. And yet, despite all that horsepower, this was the instant reaction from the people who actually run these models. Dead on arrival. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. If you're a developer trying to build a product, a tool you can't legally use to make money might as well not exist. It's like a Formula One engine locked in a museum display case. So, what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're just playing around with it or doing research, you're golden. But the second you want to use it for a business idea, you've got to go ask Minimax for permission. And just a heads up, even the smaller, compressed versions of the model still carry the exact same license restrictions, and you're still going to need a pretty beefy computer to run them. Okay, let's pull back from that main story and see what else is going on. It's time for a rapid rundown of the other big headlines you need to know about today. First up, this is absolutely huge for anyone running AI on their own hardware. Llama.cpp, that incredibly popular tool for running models locally, just got a massive update. It can now process audio. This means your home-run AI can now see, read, and hear, all without ever connecting to the internet. All right, a quick PSA for all the developers using Claude Code. Watch out. There's a nasty bug in the latest version causing something called token inflation. It's basically overcharging you on every single request, which means you're burning through your credits and hitting your limits about 40% faster. Ouch! Now for something a little more philosophical. Are AIs learning completely backwards? A fascinating new analysis makes the case that humans figure out cause and effect first. A baby drops a spoon to see what happens, and then we learn facts. Well, LLMs do the exact opposite. They just hoover up trillions of facts, but maybe they never get that core reasoning. The evidence? On a test designed to measure real problem solving, the best AIs score less than 1%. And finally, Mistral, the French AI giant, just laid out its grand strategy for Europe. The core message is simple. Europe needs to build its own AI future, or it's going to end up just being a customer for American and Chinese tech. They're pushing for big changes to attract top talent, create a single digital market, and build their own infrastructure. So we've got a powerful model nobody can use, local AI getting ears, cloud AI getting buggy, and big geopolitical chess moves. Let's take a step back and connect these dots, because there are some really clear trends taking shape here. Trend number one, and this is maybe the biggest takeaway today, the word open in AI is getting really, really fuzzy. Just because you can download a model's files doesn't mean it's actually open in a way that lets you build with it. You practically need to be a lawyer to figure out what you can and can't do anymore. And to really get why developers are so frustrated, you have to know about the gold standard, the Apache 2.0 license. This is what truly open means to the community. It's basically the no strings attached license. It says, go nuts, build whatever you want, make $1 billion. We don't care. That's real freedom. And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have Apache 2.0, total freedom. On the other, you have what Minimax did, which is more of a look but don't touch license when it comes to business. This divide is becoming a massive battleground for the entire open source AI world. Okay, trend number two. Local AI isn't just catching up to the big cloud services, it is breathing right down their necks. For years, the whole argument was that you had to use the cloud to get the really cool features. Well, that argument is officially falling apart. I mean, just look at this. Your own computer can now do the whole shebang. Text? Check. Vision? Check. And now audio? Check. That is the full package, the complete multimodal stack, running right there on your desk with total privacy. That's a massive shift in the power dynamic. And finally, our third big trend is all about trust, or more accurately, the slow erosion of trust in Anthropic's Claude platform. When you put together that token-eating bug, some weird billing issues, and other sudden changes, developers are starting to get really nervous. For a business built on an API, unpredictability is poison. So to wrap it all up, let's look beyond today's headlines. Let's peek around the corner at a piece of research that could flip the entire board and change how all of this stuff works. I want you to think about this for a second. Right now, every time you talk to an AI, it has total amnesia. It starts fresh. It can't learn anything new from you. But what if it could? What if it could actually update its own knowledge in real time just by talking with you? And this isn't science fiction. Researchers are working on an architecture that basically mimics a human brain. The AI would have its massive pre-trained knowledge, think of it as long-term memory, but it could also write new facts you give it into a slow memory for later, while using that same info immediately in its working memory. It wouldn't just be a know-it-all, it would be a learn-it-all. And that really leaves us with the final big thought for today. We are heading toward a future where AI isn't just a static tool, but a dynamic partner that learns and grows right alongside you. The question isn't if this is going to happen. It's how it's going to change, well, everything. Thanks for joining The Explainer.